Welcome to the expanding world of Yamaha FM synthesis and digital technology. You're looking at three of Yamaha's latest innovations: the TX-816 modular FM tone generation system, the KX-88 MIDI master keyboard, and the QX1 digital sequence recorder. In recent years, as a result of the miracles of microtechnology, we've seen synthesizers transformed from large, somewhat cumbersome instruments to the compact, stylish, and versatile instruments of today. And it was the musician's increasing need for access to varied and super-realistic sound possibilities and performance control that prompted Yamaha to develop FM sound generation, the DX range of synthesizers, and now the TX-816. The TX-816 has the full sound capabilities of 8 DX7s, plus a bit more. Each of the 8-tone modules is a DX7 without a keyboard, but with additional performance memories. Each module has 32 voice memories, each with its own performance memory, and of course, each has a separate, balanced sound output. Here's the front panel. Not exactly an aeroplane dashboard, is it? Quite straightforward, in fact. The MIDI switching panel and power supply are on the left. Next to that are the 8 identical FM tone modules. Each switch on the front panel has several functions. DX owners will be familiar with this arrangement. In the play mode, the top switch selects either individual or common operation. The middle switch is the memory protect switch, and the bottom switch is the mode and submode selector. To play the TX-816, you'll need a MIDI keyboard. The optimum controller is the new Yamaha KX-88. This MIDI master keyboard, whilst making no sound of its own, offers the perfect keyboard controller for the professional musician. As you can see, it has a full-size 88-note keyboard with weighted piano action, which is velocity and pressure sensitive. There are 17 onboard controllers, including sliders, switches, wheels, etc., and 16 controller memories, in addition to being able to access up to 128 voices and performance memories. We'll tell you more about the operation of the KX-88 in part 2 of this film. But for now, let's just hear some of the sound possibilities of the combination of KX-88 and its ideal companion, the TX-816. Here's Ken Campbell, our keyboard and high-tech specialist, to explain these demonstrations.
Basically, there are 3 types of sound in the TX-816. There are composite sounds, compiled sounds, and split sounds. We're going to have a brief look at each of these 3 categories. A composite sound is a single, complete sound, such as this piano simulation, in which each of the 8 modules provides a particular part of the sound. In this sound, Module 8 is providing the undamped strings at the top of the piano. Module 7 is used purely for hammer noise. Module 6 is used for the high harmonics, the bright part of the sound. Modules 4 and 5 together provide the mid-range of the piano sound. Module 3 provides the ringing bass tones. And modules 1 and 2 provide a basic framework for the sound. So let's just listen to the complete piano sound. Let's just have a look at a couple more composite sounds. This next sound is a string sound. And this next one, a brass sound. Finally, the next sound is an FM piano. It's not a true representation of a piano, just more of an FM synthesizer type piano. The next group of sounds are compiled sounds. These are slightly different to the composite sounds in that instead of having each module providing just a part of the sound, each module is a complete sound in its own right. The first compiled sound that we're going to have a look at is called church organ, though in actual fact the local choir has somehow managed to muscle in the act. The first of the sounds is a very light, pipey reed organ sound. And we can then bring in a second, slightly fuller organ sound. Followed by a full cathedral organ. We've also got 3 modules set aside purely to provide the choir sound. So, with this group of sounds you can provide almost a little sound portrait, a picture painted with the music. This demonstration that I'm going to do is a picture of a church. What happens is that first of all the organist plays the introit, then he plays the introduction to the hymn, and then everyone stands up and starts singing. Again, we're going to have another look at a few other sounds of this particular type. The next one could be described as a funk mix. It includes clavinet, electric piano, organ, brass, and a bass guitar as well. Finally, we're going to have a look at a classical guitar, oboe and strings mix. The last group of sounds we're going to look at are split sounds. Now, each of the modules on the TX-816 allows you to set a note limit so that each module could be set to cover a particular range on the keyboard. For instance, module 1 could be set to cover the first octave, module 2 the second octave, module 3 the third octave, and so on up the keyboard. Most of the sounds in the 816 actually use this facility. However, there is only actually one preset sound which is entirely set so that all the sounds are split, and this is a percussion mix.
As we hope you have perceived, the TX-816 is an enormously potent FM digital musical device. In this and the following films, you will see some of the many applications possible. We're sure there are many others, and that if you own a TX-816, or if you purchase one, you'll discover a whole new world of musical expression made possible by this amazing piece of Yamaha innovation.